All right, y'all, this is Jamaica. I'm back. So I was sitting here, y'all know, just relaxing. I finally get to relax. And so I got all these ideas that's coming to me. So as they come to me, we're just gonna have these conversations. I don't know if I should just start this video off with the one that I wrote down a couple days ago, my idea, or should I just start with the idea that came to me? Y'all right. Y'all right. We're gonna do the one that came to me because the one that came with me, it was just like, pew, let's talk. I was sitting here, I was writing one of my friends, and anyway, I was writing one of my friends, and then I seen a picture of I seen like three pictures. Nothing had to do with nothing. It was like one picture was like a Play-Doh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. It was a Play-Doh version or some type of picture, month one, month two, month three type of thing. But the bag that was in the picture made me think of um Monopoly. And then the another picture I had, I think it was Rihanna's um baby boy that's floating around. I think that might have been it. I did see that one at some point. That might have been the one. I'm not sure. And it was this one that looked like a black and white picture of, well, maybe that wasn't. It was like a black and white picture, but I was going fast. But when I seen the black and white, it just made me think about like the old school California, Oakland looking type situation that you see in movies when they pan into the movies and it start out black and white and then it go into color. That's, y'all, if y'all don't know me, my mind is magnificent. But anyway, a couple different things just flooded in. And so as that flooded through and all these other images came to me, I was like, I think I'm losing the romance out of relationships. And I know y'all probably like, what? I think that mentally, in order for me, because y'all know, let me back up some. Y'all know I told y'all that about my story between me and my homegirl. We was sitting, we was chilling, and I told her, I didn't say I think, I told her verbatim, I'm going to be engaged by the end of this year. And so, with that being said, it started all of this relationship talk with me because usually I don't, when I talk about relationship, and it's still to this day, it's the same, but I'm usually talk about your relationship with yourself and then that you have with others. And one of those others is a romantic relationship. And so a lot of the content and stuff that you see now is is talking about romantic relationships and relationships with others. But of course, all of them stems from and starts with the relationship that you have with yourself. So as I develop and I record and go through this journey of self development, I'm going to talk about my thoughts, my processes, the things I learned, whatever else. So if y'all never knew what this channel was really about, that's like 90% of it. I was going to say like 85, but really 90% of everything that I put out on this channel is going to be about one, building that relationship. I was gonna say sensible relationship, but it don't have to be. But building that relationship with self, and then as you flourish as an individual, building and securing your relationship with those around you, and learning. And the reason why I say with self first, learning when to step away from, learn from, understand, take more time with whatever relationships you have with other people. Because I think, one, people always say people come into your life for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. And I think that or it says or a lifetime, but everybody thinks it's and, like it has to be all of it. Like every person that you meet, you're supposed to be friends with forever. And of course, we all know that that's not true. But for some reason, when it's time to let go, it's a difficult process for many of us to let go of certain individuals from our lives, not understanding that the reason that they came in was to teach you something. And if you understood it and you learned the lesson quicker, they was gonna leave quicker. For a season, it made, like I had toxic season, maybe 3 months, a year, 3 years, whatever it is, whatever season you're in, and however long it takes you to learn that lesson or to remove something from out of your perspective and yourself. That's how long they'll be there. And then of course a lifetime, there are some people who are in your space and in your life for your entire lifetime. And please note that sometimes lifetimes end sooner than reasons and seasons. Lifetimes, if you really think about it, depending on your age, when you were a baby, that was a lifetime ago. When you were an adolescent, that might be a lifetime ago. When you sit and think about different sections of your life, especially, imagine that you're 30 years old. When you were 15, that was a lifetime ago. And the things that you did then, you probably don't do now. So, keep some of those in your thought process when you're thinking about lifetimes, because it doesn't mean forever in this present moment. So, so sorry, I was reading the text message and it threw me off about what I was coming out here. Anyway, romance and taking the romance out of relationship. So y'all know we have friends, right? And these are the people who you tell your intimate secrets to, whatever. Like, I've had friends that I've had for 15 plus years. I've had friends who I just recently met for a month ago, or a couple weeks ago, whatever have you. You have different types of friends, and they could be the same sex, opposite sex, whatever people are going by, because I respect everybody when they tell me what they need me to know so I can respond to them. But whatever it may be, a divergence of these things, right? Needless to say, I think that sometimes when previously, because I can only talk for myself and come from first person point of view, and I might slide in and out of third and second, but from me, my previous thoughts of relationship has always kind of been like romantic relationships, and thinking about, what you see on rom-com televisions, and, or what you see in fairy tales, mainly fairy tales, because they always give you the sense of like the happily ever after. I can't look at this. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't look up there. I got to look at the screen up there. Make me feel like I'm cross-eyed. I digress. Okay, so I always think of these fairy tales and the happily ever after. And so when in relationship with other people, I think sometimes that comes back to my thought process as well. It's so close to once you meet this person, this one individual, you're going to be in a season of happily ever after. But if you're saying that you want to be with this one particular person forever, for a lifetime, even your entire life up until this point has never been a happily ever after. You have happy moments. You have moments where you enjoy yourself, your company, those around you, and then you have low moments too. And I remember someone was talking about relationships. I think it was Torah Sense. Um, y'all have to excuse me because I know it's Torah Sense, but it took me a minute because I was like, who said it? Trying to think over here to the side. But look her up. She's amazing. She's a relationship coach. She deals with relationships. I have not had her as a coach yet, but I definitely have listened to a lot of her material, and as I was listening to it, she's always said things that I've said to myself, but it's something different about having someone tell you exactly what you need to hear, exactly what you've been saying to yourself, that helps you digest it easier. So I must say right now, I recommend her as a relationship coach if that's the place that you're in. But for myself, that's not what I do. I help people with their own personal relationship with self, not with others in dating. But sorry, y'all. Rolling it back. Um, I'm I've been in my own self discovery and my own relationships with others, and really taking a moment to think of things step by step. And like I told you, I will find some things and do a talk with self, because that's where my relationships and where I coach starts at. But when I hear it from someone else talking about it in different aspects, like Torah Sense does, um, it helps me to digest it differently. So what she said about relationships was, you know, most people think that it's happily ever after and then they stop. But if you think that your relationship is going to be, all this up and down, I meet you, I like you, we get each other number, we do this, da da da. As y'all can see, it's still moving right up and down. That's the flow of a relationship. And she was like, but then you meet this person, you guys get married, and like now you see, right, the up and down changes. And she was like, but then once you get married, you want it to be happily ever after. But that happily ever after is does not have that up and down motion. It's just a straight motion, which means that it's dead. If you think about a I don't even know, heart monitor. If you think about a heart monitor and what it does, it's supposed to be catching the pulses, right? And if there's nothing happening, it's dead. And so that's what happens in relationships. And people really, when people talk about toxic relationships too, they know they have the best times in those relationships. And when you get with somebody who's just boring, like you long for those things to happen. But I digress because that's not what it's about. But she pointed that out, and I was like, dang, you know, she's so true. And when y'all hear me say take the real romance out of relationships, it's because not to say that you're not supposed to have romantic moments and it's not supposed to be good and gravy, but my ideas, the romanticizing that I've done about relationships and how they look and how he's going to come in and he's going to take care of me, he's going to do this and do that. Don't get it twisted. My man is going to do all of that. But look, he's gonna love me. He's gonna pay the bills. He's gonna take care of me. He's gonna take care of the house. All this other stuff. Like we're gonna work as a team. But the team that y'all trying to put on there, I'm not doing that team. But, um, but to really understand that teamwork in a relationship does not mean that it's always going to be highs and stay on highs, and that it's going to be, you know, it's not always going to be romanticized where you're every day, like just staying home, baby, let me clean up the house. Like I was talking, oh, that was the other one because I haven't done that video yet. I don't want to talk about that stuff, but I'll touch on it. Excuse me. But like the whole idea of like, let me stay here at the house, and for guys, because guys have these ideas about what marriage and stuff should look like for them. Doesn't mean that it's right. Just like when women have it. For guys, some guys may think, oh, she's gonna, fuck me and suck me good. Sorry, this is went left and it's rated R now. But she's gonna, do those things for me good. She's gonna shut up. She gonna cook all the time. She gonna clean. She gonna do this. She gonna do that. Those are their ideas, and that's not the average woman, or the one who is doing a lot of those things. She's not happy, and then she's in a place where she's looking for something different, looking for growth, looking for, a way out because she feels trapped. And you have women who think men are, every day he should come home with flowers, and he should massage my feet, and he should do this, that, and the third. And yes, some of those things can happen some of the time. Whatever you work out in your relationship, that's a thing for you and your relationship. Not to say that we should take somebody else's ideas of relationship and make it ours. And I think um, when I think of certain relationships, because we always see people in their happy moments, you rarely see a down moment or a dull moment, because for some reason a lot of people feel like it should just be happy and just be um, sad or dull. I mean, sad or dramatic, like they're about to break up. But there's just dull moments where we just coexist, where we're just together. Like we've gotten into the swing of things, which happens in a lot of, I see that play out in a lot of rom-com movies, where one person is going from the right of the room, the other from the left. They're doing this little magical dance around the kitchen, and they just kiss each other and go to work, and like, where's the romance? So all of those things, I think, are in relationships. All of those things are presented in movies and whatever else. But I think in my mind, when talking about relationships and whatever else, that romanticized version of it, like we're gonna always have a good mood, and I want to, buy you all these great things, and you buy me all these great things, and we, think about each other all the time, and whatever else, or we're always around each other. Like some of it works for some people. That's their reality. Um, but I think just understanding like a friendship, and understanding just appreciating a person as often as possible and coexisting, um, in just a decent environment where you're able to talk about any and everything. Like sometimes I hear people talking about their relationships and it's like they can't even talk to the person that they're with. And I'm like, why did you get in this relationship with them, this happily ever after marriage type vibe, and you can't even be the most honest with this person? Like, you really can't. And I was like, I don't even want to think about marriage until I can laugh, cry, whatever, everything around you. I could talk to you about everything. There's no hesitation between the two of us, but we do have moments where we're like, hey, like I tell people all the time, I want to be able to be like, hey, I need you to lie to me. And, blah, blah, blah. Or, hey, I need to lie to you right now. Or, hey, I need, your honest opinion, and really get an honest opinion. Where the lies and the truths won't disintegrate the relationship, won't break the relationship, because we're on such a level. Y'all know if y'all understand where I'm coming from. Because at this point, I got all these messages popping up across my screen. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Messages galore. Somebody's having fun in these Instagram and all this other stuff. I don't know. But it's so many messages popping across my phone. I can't even think straight. Should have put it on airplane mode while I recorded. But y'all tell me if y'all understand. And tell me if it makes sense. Sometimes we just gotta take the romance out of the relationship. I think again, just in thought, in order for us to understand like what relationships really can be. Yeah. So if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel down below. Make sure you push that like button, baby. Click the like button and make a comment, y'all. Tell me what you think about the concept. All right. I love y'all. Bye.